This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. My first guest today is Brad Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
Summer's here, the club's open.
Yeah, it's the exciting time of the year. The school year is exciting for us as well, but the summer is extraordinarily exciting this year in particular because we're starting to be able to open things up a little bit more. It's definitely different than last year where we only had 45, 50, 60 kids a day. We're starting to see a lot of young people coming in to visit our facility or receive programming and just come and visit. We're excited we're still not at the capacity of 120 to 125 that we've normally seen during the summer. Our numbers are still below that because of safety protocols, COVID protocols that we still have in place, and ratios of staff to youth. But it's really exciting to see kids that we literally have not seen in 2 years. We see them sporadically through the school year, but we get a lot of different kids during the summer that are here visiting grandparents or visiting family. So we're starting to see those kids coming back again, and it's exciting for myself and definitely for the staff.
Wonderful. So what kind of things will be going on?
So we've got a lot of STEM programming this year. We're really focusing on the science, outdoor exploration, mathematics. A lot of the summer slide programs, which means we're trying to give those kids those resources so that when they go to third grade next year, that they're retaining what they already learned in second grade and they're learning skills to be successful. We're lucky we were able to partner with Michigan Department of Education this year to provide some really important programming options for the kids, to expand our hours, expand our services that we're providing, hire some new staff members, some dynamic young staff members to come in and work with the kids every day. Really trying to get the kids out of the COVID doldrums and of course, make sure that we're doing what we can to make sure that the kids are as safe as possible, but give those kids that important aspect of socialization that they've been lacking.
Yes.
This year I've heard more from parents and grandparents and guardians that, the kids are having a harder time wanting to go out and to be in a social environment because they've been so used to being on their Chromebooks or their tablets or their telephones or playing on their video game systems, and they've been in just that mantra for such a long period of time. And now that things are starting to open up, parents, of course, us and the community, we're encouraging the kids to start getting into these social situations again.
It's hard enough for adults.
Yeah, and then we think about the mental health.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
it brings, and with our young people.
You pointed at me when you said that.
No,
okay, just checking.
No, but the mental health aspect of things.
Very serious.
Socialization is an incredibly important developmental component for young kids growing up, and when they're able to have that physical conversation, look somebody in the eye, and be able to converse back and forth. That's very important for these people.
The only good thing about it is everybody's been in the same situation. So when they come back together now, it may be a little awkward, but it'll soon smooth out.
Yeah, it's definitely, we're seeing. We opened up at the beginning of June for our summer programming. And it's been wonderful. The kids kind of came in with like deer caught in the headlights kind of look, and kind of looking around, and then as they see their friends again, they see their peers, and they see some of the same staff members, and that consistency has been really important. So we've been lucky to sustain the vital programming for these kids and be able to now grow again and see those kids coming back to us.
So Open New Doors Capital Campaign, how is that going?
It's going well. We're about 2/3 of our way to our $3 million goal.
Yay!
Which is incredible.
Yes.
We've had some wonderful people in the community pledge and make donations, and some in-kind donations. But we are still actively seeking donations here in the community to get us over that $3 million mark to get us to our goal. One thing that has been brought to my attention a lot is a lot of people think that our building is being built right now if you drive by the site.
I know, there's such a change over there.
It's actually, what's being built there is the new home to Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes.
Our building is the gym and the 21,000 square foot facility that's still standing. We will be rehabbing and renovating that space, not knocking it down. It's in great structural shape, better than our current building. And so anybody in the community that has any questions about what's going on, I tell them to feel free to give me a call, because we've had a lot of people calling and asking about the.
Did they change their mind? What's going on?
Or wow, that's a much smaller facility than I thought, or something along those lines, because it's definitely that's the new MDHHS. So.
And we need to let people know that if you can't make that $100,000 donation, that $50,000, every dollar is greatly appreciated. If you can give anything to the Capital Campaign, just drop it off at the Boys and Girls Club, give them a call, they'll pick it up. Just know that your donation is important. Every donation counts.
Absolutely. The $5 and $10 donations are what's going to get us over the.
I agree.
Get us to our goal. So, I encourage anybody that's out there that has a story about the Boys and Girls Club, or been affected by the services, or had a relative that has received services, or you believe in what we're doing, we ask that you please, contact us. The support means the world to us.
Yes.
And and this Capital Campaign success won't be successful without the community support.
July 22nd, what's happening?
So we actually, July 22nd, there will be the time capsule that was discovered on where the DHHS site is right now. There's a time capsule that was in a cornerstone, and so Bruce Dietz had found this, and they took it out. So we are going to actually be doing an event on July 22nd. It's going to be a Catholic Central High School, Besser Museum, and Boys and Girls Club of Alpena coordinated event. It's going to be at East Campus, and there will be an unveiling of the time capsule. And Christine Witulski at the Besser Museum has been in touch with a lot of alumni from CCHS, and has a plethora of different memorabilia that has been donated or put up for option to show at the actual event itself. So what we want to do with this whole building, we want to absolutely continue to embrace the history of this whole site.
Yes.
The site there was actually 50-some years ago was actually donated by Jesse Besser to do the exact same things that are going on right now in the investment projects that are going on, where it's a Health and Human Services, an organization that is helping children in our community receive vital services. And it's kind of cool that you see 50 years ago, the whole full circle is coming back, where the Besser Foundation made one of the largest gifts they've ever made, to us to make this, to start this project and make this all this come to fruition. So, his legacy, Jesse Besser's legacy, is continuing to live on through these projects.
Wonderful.
And just a wonderful way to celebrate and and embrace the past.
Okay, we're out of time, unfortunately. We knew that would happen. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll look forward to hearing more good news. And people, get your kids to the Boys and Girls Club. It's a place to be.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Cindy Johnson from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Welcome back. My last guest today is Cindy Johnson from Huron Humane Society. Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning, Nancy. How are you?
Good. And I was at the shelter this morning, and boy, do you have a lot of kittens and cats.
We do. It's kitten season, and it's overwhelming right now. Between the kittens that come in, the moms that come in that are pregnant, and then just general cats, we're now operating on a waiting list. And we would like to thank the people who are helping us take care of those cats that are waiting to come in, and we're trying to get them in as quickly as we can. And we appreciate the patience that they're having, and we would appreciate them not to get cranky with staff when they tell them they have to go on a waiting list. There's just so much space in the shelter, so much time in a day, and we have more animals than we should have in the shelter right now. So
You know, I hope people will just spay and neuter their pets. I mean, it's a responsibility. If you have a cat or a dog, you need to, you know, spay and neuter them. I mean, seeing cats running on the streets and seeing the condition that some of these cats are brought into you, I mean, that's horrible.
it is horrible, and and there's nothing we can do about it except to help the animal, and that's what we do. And we get cats that come in just horrific condition.
Yes.
Our vet bills every month are thousands of dollars to help them get well enough so that we can adopt them. So, but we really appreciate the patience that people are having while we work through our waiting list, and we're doing it as quickly as we can. We work hard every day to adopt out animals. We partner with PetSmart and Gaylord, so when like the other day we sent over 3 cats because we sent over 4, and they adopt them out quickly.
Perfect.
So when we send them out and we adopt, then we can bring in more. So we're doing the very best we can with the amount of animals that are out there currently.
So you have a Bissell event coming up.
We do have a Bissell event coming up, and so we will take in even more animals in preparation, and we started that today in preparation for the Bissell event. So if you're looking for a cat or a kitten of any kind, color, size, we will have them for the Bissell event. It's the 7th through the 11th of July. It's $25 to adopt.
Okay.
If they are not fixed, it's you have to make a $50 refundable deposit, but you get a certificate for a free spay and neuter to any one of the local vets, Sunrise, Schweitzer, or Alpina Vet.
Okay. All right, so where will it be held?
At the shelter.
At the shelter. So come to the shelter, and July 7th through 11th.
11th.
Normal shelter hours.
Yes, and it would be easier if you made appointments or filled out an application beforehand, kind of know what maybe you're looking for. And as we adopt out, even during the event, we'll bring in more cats.
Okay.
So our hope is that it's a really successful event so that we can help get more cats in.
Me too. And the next, you have a big garage sale coming up.
We do, July 30th and the 31st. We have a garage sale, and it'll be at, I got to get the date, did I put the, I didn't put this. It'll be on Dunbar Street.
Okay. Watch for the signs.
Watch for the signs, and we'll advertise this on our Facebook. It'll be everywhere. But we're going to have a garage sale, all kinds of cool items. We have a group of kids that are going to do a bake sale, lemonade stand. We'll have a pop-up retail shop. So if you don't get out to the shelter, we'll bring it to you. And if you have cans and bottles and you're in town, you can drop them off right there and we'll grab them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you accept cans and bottles on a daily basis, and you need all the things that you use at home: wet cat food, laundry detergent, dish soap, bleach. Monetary donations always accepted. And I want to tell people about the retail shop. You know, stop in and see it. There's some cool beach bags, some cool signs, really wonderful handbags that you won't see anywhere else. And today I went back there, and those beautiful handmade candles. Oh my goodness gracious, I want one of those.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
They are.
I have one on my kitchen counter.
Yeah. So,
they're gorgeous.
So please come and see all the wonderful things that are there. And today when I was there, somebody dropped off bottles, and somebody dropped off some beautiful, nice blankets, you know, pet-sized blankets. And I mean, you know, when yours get ratty and nasty looking from being washed so many times, we can pitch those and get new ones in.
Yeah, we'll take any items that are gently used. We use that stuff. We change blankets and kennels, cats and dogs, on a daily basis, several times.
Yes, and if you have 50-some cats, that's 50-some blankets and beds and cleaning supplies that go with it. So the laundry soap, I mean, I know how much laundry soap you go through there. It's crazy.
It is nuts.
So a donation of laundry soap would be greatly appreciated, and fabric softener sheets, because that goes in every dryer load.
Every dryer. We got 2 dryers and 2 washers going at all times.
All times, yes,
all
you
times.
do.
Yes, we do.
And then what about now that things are getting a little bit better, and you think you'll be taking the pets out in the community again, or?
We probably will. We'll have to start setting some of that stuff up. We have been doing meet and greets on a regular basis at a few locations of people who have never really stopped taking them. So there are, Enjoy Salon takes cats every Monday, and John Knapp. He takes cats every Monday, so we have those cats out there. But yeah, and we did a kitten yoga at the college, which was really successful. The kittens had fun, and I think the people did too. So that was good. Yeah. So we're starting to open up and get out there.
And then what about volunteers?
We're really opening up on volunteers. So if people want to volunteer, just call and get on our schedule. And we'll get you on the schedule and you can come in.
And I would encourage them to call and be on a schedule, because if 5 other volunteers show up that day and you show up, there's really not going to be enough for everyone to do. So it's better if you want to be busy to do that. And I mean, there's things like, you know, helping with the kittens, socializing them, and organizing and dusting and cleaning. There's always fun jobs to do. And and you know, when we do have dogs there, you can always, you know, socialize with dogs too.
Yep, there's a ton to do all the time.
And if someone out there has a cat or a dog and they're not able to support it with food, they can stop by and you're able to help them.
Yes, if they call, we have a food pantry. We ask no questions about income. None of that matters to us. If you need help to feed your animal, if we have the food to help, we give it freely. So, and we have food right now.
Okay, I just want to make sure I mention again the Bissell Empty the Shelter event, the 7th through the 11th, $25 adoption fee, more if the cat's not spayed or neutered. Garage sale July 20th to 31st on Dunbar Street. Keep watching. You can go on your Facebook page and see all the adorable adoptables that are on there. And volunteers are needed, supplies are needed. Please come and help us. We don't get a lot of funding from many places, so we need the assistance.
Yes, we fundraise for everything we do.
Okay, and your phone number, Cindy?
The phone number at the shelter is 356-4794.
And your hours?
Hours for the public, Monday through Saturday is 11 till 5:30, and on Sunday we're closed to the public. We're still there, but we're closed to the public. If you need to come in before 11, we can accommodate people. But if the morning time is getting the animals set and fed and meds, and
there's a lot of stuff to do. It's a busy place in the morning.
Yes, it is.
So, and just everyone out there, please know that we have a lot of kittens and cats. You'll find the exact one you need to add to your family.
Yes, please come and see us.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Sarah Prevost, director of Trio Talent Search at Alpena Community College. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us. You've been doing some neat things at your group with Talent Search. Maybe we could start by saying what Talent Search is.
Absolutely. So Talent Search is a federally funded program to support students who are low income or first-generation college students, although we can support students who don't fit that mold, obviously, but we support them in career exploration, STEM careers specifically, supporting them with any school type of resources they may need, as well as college tours and everything about college.
Very good. And you're in then many K-12s in Northeast Michigan?
We are in 18 different schools across Northeast Michigan.
And members of your team spot students that fit this criteria and encourage them to join up?
Yes, yes. So we do a heavy amount of recruiting, especially in the fall. Open houses when students are going back to school, when we can meet parents, and really encourage students to join the program young. We work with students in grades 6 through 12. So the earlier we can get them into the program, the more support and services we can provide throughout their career.
Wonderful. Well, what a great program.
It is.
And one of the things you do that I've seen that I appreciate very much, you do summer camps. And recently you've done one related to Higher Orbits.
Yes, so Higher Orbits was a 3-day camp on the campus at ACC, and we were fortunate enough to have Michelle Lucas and a couple members of her team attend and talk to students specifically about aerospace science. Hands-on activities. They had a couple of competitions where one could possibly be launched into space to collect data, which was extremely exciting, and students really got to hear about the life of an astronaut and the career field.
One of her, Michelle's colleagues was an astronaut, wasn't he?
Yes, Dr. Don Thomas attended as a former astronaut and really gave the kids a first-hand look in the life of an astronaut. He was actually in 4 missions in space, so that was pretty exciting to hear about.
I bet you the kids like that.
They did. They loved it.
And how did that come about? How did you decide on that as a focal point for a summer activity?
I was fortunate enough to have it set up prior to joining Talent Search, and I hear you had a large hand in arranging that for us.
Yes, I had met Michelle Lucas, whose career she has a company that tries to create awareness and excitement in STEM careers for young women in particular. And I met her down at a conference at Cape Canaveral.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was impressed by her, and I said, we need to get you up to Alpena. And it happened.
It happened. 1 year delay, but it happened.
Sure, a COVID delay, we
Yes.
call it. So what was some of the feedback that you heard from the young people? It struck me that they were pretty darn engaged by this whole thing.
They were infatuated with meeting a real-life astronaut, and Don did a great job in telling them about a day in the life of space. So he talked about the food, he talked about the training that he had to go through prior to launch, and they were just enamored with anything that he said.
Well, that is unusual to have somebody come at the Commons in Alpena who's been in space.
It sure is.
Yes, and the young people, where did they come from?
So they came from across our 18 districts. So our districts span from Sheboygan all the way over to West Branch and down to the Escoda-Tawas area. So really all of Northeast Michigan.
And you had roughly...
We had 30 students in attendance, which was pretty amazing considering some of the drives they had daily to and from ACC campus.
Absolutely. And that's not the only summer camp you've done.
It wasn't. Staff members told me I was crazy because I planned more than the traditional one, but we have had several. I hear gaming and coding is a big thing right now. I'm not a gamer. My kids would probably school me on this myself at home. But we offered an online virtual camp where kids learned to code through the Minecraft gaming platform. And it was so popular that we actually had to run additional sessions. So the plan was 1 week originally, and now we are up to our third 1 week session that we have planned.
And coding, for all of us of a certain generation that kind of missed this, is what?
It's all of the inside background things that happen in a game. So building the background, creating the characters, creating the missions. Intense. I did not realize what it entailed to actually work in the background of video games. So
yeah.
Pretty big career need right now, which is impressive for students that I work with.
Absolutely. So writing software code.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, ACC had a very vibrant esports team, I think 3 falls ago. And, you know, I'm completely ignorant of what code is and how it's done, but they weren't. And it was a great team, and you know, that's a big area of growth. It's become an intercollegiate sport, esports, and maybe you're training some young people who will get involved in that.
I'm hoping. I was not in the know, I guess is the best word, about esports either until attending the camps that Matt Galarno at ACC has provided. So as not a student or a child age of gaming, I really learned a lot from Matt and can kind of become maybe a moderate expert in the esports life now. I can feel more confident talking to students about it.
Yeah, and the students loved it.
They loved it. So he didn't just talk about esports. He
Sure.
also gave them the opportunity to take apart a computer and remove pieces such as the motherboard, which was actually kind of the most exciting thing for them when I got feedback, was they really enjoyed taking apart a PC, learning about the inside and putting it back together, which is amazing, especially for the females who attended, because it's not generally a female-driven career.
Interesting. And what proportion were females?
So the first camp, there were 7 boys and 2 girls, and then the second camp, we had 4 girls and 5 boys. So it actually increases as word gets out, which is amazing.
Well, very good. We have about 45 seconds left. Anything you want to share with people about TTS or what you're doing or what you hope to do?
I would just encourage people to check us out either on the website or on Facebook, and encourage your children, or children encourage your parents to apply to the program, because we have so many resources we can offer. And I like to say we're the best secret in Alpena, the best kept secret.
Very good. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for what you've done this summer. Thank you for your running of TTS. And thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town. with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.